The moment every rider recognizes. If you've ever walked out of the warm-up feeling tight, overthinking every stride, second-guessing distances you'd normally see, and someone says to you, just be more confident, you'll know exactly how frustrating that feels. Because here's the thing, if it were that simple, you'd already be doing it. This isn't about not knowing what to do. It's not a lack of ability. It's something much deeper. And in this video, I want to break down why that advice doesn't work, what's actually happening in your mind and body, and how to build real, reliable confidence in the saddle. Because confidence isn't something you force. It's something you build in a very specific way. Why just be confident doesn't work. On the surface, it sounds helpful, encouraging, positive even, but in reality, it creates three big problems. First, it oversimplifies what's actually happening. Confidence isn't a switch. It's influenced by your past experiences, your current emotional state, your nervous system, and how much control you feel in that moment. So when you feel nervous or unsure, that's not a choice. That's your brain interpreting something as uncertain. Second problem, it creates pressure, especially if you're a serious rider, because now you're thinking, I should be confident. Why am I not confident? Something's wrong here. And that pressure, it creates tension. And tension is one of the fastest ways to lose feel, timing, flow. Third problem, it disconnects you. Because of instead of listening to what's going on, you start trying to override it. You ignore that hesitation, that tightness, that overthinking. But those aren't problems. They're information. What confidence actually is. Let's reset this properly. Confidence is not acting like nothing bothers you, being fearless, or forcing positive thinking. Real confidence is this: the ability to stay present and ride effectively even when things feel uncertain. That's it. And when you understand that, you stop chasing a feeling and start building a skill. Now, this is where it gets really important. Because if you're watching this, chances are you care. You want to improve. Get it right. Ride to a high standard. And that's a strength. But here's the trade-off. Your brain is constantly scanning for mistakes, risks, what could go wrong, which is useful until it becomes overwhelming. So the goal isn't to switch that off. It's to channel it. So if forcing confidence doesn't work, What does? Let's make this practical. 1. Clarity over control. Confidence grows when your brain knows what matters. Instead of trying to control everything, ask yourself, what is my one focus right now? It might be rhythm, line, connection. That clarity reduces noise instantly. 2. Regulation before performance. You cannot ride well if your system is overloaded. So, before you fix your riding, you regulate your state. Now, that can be as simple as slowing your breathing. Breathe in for 4, out for 6. Softening your body, letting your shoulders drop. This isn't a nice to have. It's performance critical. 3. Trust through evidence. Now, this is where most riders go wrong. They try to tell themselves they're confident. But your brain doesn't trust words. It trusts proof. So instead, start noticing that felt better. I stayed with that. I recovered well there. That's how confidence builds. Quietly, gradually, properly. Next time you feel that wobble, instead of thinking, I need to be more confident, ask, what do I need right now to ride well? That might be a clearer plan, a slower breath, a softer body, a simpler focus. And this is the key. Confidence becomes the result, not the starting point. So, just be more confident doesn't work because it skips the process. And serious riders don't need shortcuts. They need understanding. Because when you understand how your brain works, how your body responds, and how to manage both under pressure, you don't just feel more confident. You ride in a way that creates it. If this resonated with you, like the video, subscribe for more rider mindset content. Share it with somebody who needs to hear this. And if you want to go deeper, join my mailing list. Come and be part of the Neil Foster Rider Mindset podcast community. Links are in the description. And I'd love to know, what's one moment where you've been told, just be more confident, and it didn't help? Drop it in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.